Parkersburg Firefighters scored a major legal victory against the City of Parkersburg. The West Virginia Supreme Court of Appeals ruled the city illegally cut their pay without warning nearly a decade ago. The justices found the City of Parkersburg violated the West Virginia Wage Payment and Collection Act when it slashed two types of pay in 2017, longevity pay and EMT certification pay, without giving workers notice. Chief Justice C. Haley Bunn disagreed with the majority, stating the case had unresolved factual disputes, specifically whether the city's 2017 change was an illegal pay cut or a legitimate correction of a long-running error. She said those questions should have been decided by a jury, not resolved through summary judgment. The case now heads back to Wood County Circuit Court, where a judge will determine how much the city owes in damages.